Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna and I hope that you're having an amazing day. As you can see, I'm here with a very special guest, and that is my mom.
Hello, good morning everyone.
Good morning. What if they're watching it at night?
Oh, hi everyone.
So I wanted to come on here and do a special video with my mom. A, to be able to look back on it when I'm in Korea, and B, because I know a lot of you guys have either probably mentioned that you've had trouble speaking to your parents about moving abroad, or don't really know how to communicate with your parents what moving abroad to South Korea or anywhere in this world, what it means to you and what it could mean for you later on in life. Yeah, so without further ado, let's kind of jump into the questions. Are you ready, Mom?
I'm ready.
Okay, Mom. So the first question that I have for you is, how did you feel when I first told you that I wanted to move abroad to South Korea?
It was very emotional, but at the same time I've always been very proud of you because you've always reached your goals up high and you've always gone for it, you know, and planned things well. And since you've always planned things, and I know that you look into things very well before you do anything, that made me comfortable.
Yeah. So did you have any feelings when you heard about South Korea? Like what? Because I know a lot of parents, they automatically, when you hear South Korea, they think of North Korea.
Well, me, not so much, but I had a lot of co-workers and friends just saying, oh my God, you're going to let her go there? Oh my God, that's not safe.
Yeah.
And you know, in my mind, you know, I've never think that way. I want to think that, you know, wherever we go, there's always some kind of danger here and there. Is just make sure, like I've always told you, be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
And you know, it's comforting to know also that I have someone, you know, living in Korea that kind of helped as well, that will look after you, because it is not easy to let your child go far away, knowing that you can't just drive there, and it's not a 2-hour or 3-hour plane ride either. So it's not easy, but I think that, you know, having that comfort that you have always been okay on your own when you went out to college kind of helped as well.
Yeah. So I know that there are, at least for me as a person, I know that when I make decisions, I do research a lot on what it is I want to do, where it is I want to go, whatever it may be. But I know that for a lot of people, and myself included, there comes this guilt sometimes of making selfish decisions, because you are picking up your whole life and moving to a whole other country, and that means leaving your family behind. So what do you think about that, getting over that,
I think that I don't see it as a selfish act. I see it as you growing up. I see it as you you know, spreading out your wings and saying, you know, I'm growing up, Mom, I'm moving on. You taught me well to feel comfortable enough that I could move forward in my life, and you know, and that's a big step. That's a big step, to just move across country and, you know, not knowing anything about it. But like I said, something that you've always done is that you've always researched things, and I think that's something that other people that are going there should do for their parents. To give them a little comfort, show them, you know, where you're going, show them video of people that are there, and, you know, give them that little comfort zone of, you know what, you know, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. And I think that's a really great thing about specifically the EPIK program in South Korea in general. There's so many videos out there that shows what life is like anywhere, across the board, in the super rural part of South Korea to living in Seoul, and what that is like. And I think a big misconception is that South Korea is a third world country, when it's not. It's a first world. It's it actually, in history, it's it modernized so quickly within the last 30, 40 years. So it's comparable to the US, but I think a lot of people get nervous when they hear about South Korea because they automatically think of North Korea. And funnily enough, South Koreans in South Korea aren't even that's not even a thought on their mind about North Korea a lot of the time. Especially even people who live right on the border, they're not concerned at all. So if that's something your parents are worried about, definitely showing them videos is a good way to get them used to and acquainted with what life would be like abroad.
So as you can tell, my house is super loud, so just ignore every background noise you hear. Thanks.
So now we're getting closer. We're actually at like coming up to 4 weeks before I leave. So how are you feeling now? No.
It hasn't completely hit me yet. I think, because 4 weeks is far away right now for me. And I know it's gonna move fast and quickly, but I think in the mark of like that last week, I'm gonna probably be like freaking out. But I think at the same time, like I said, I'm gonna miss you. But I know I'm comfortable enough that you're gonna do well, because you've done well everywhere you planted your foot at. And I'm very proud of you and happy that you've always talked about going across country, whether it was with corps or you know, you always wanted to do this. So I'm very proud that everything that you have put your mind to, you have gone for it, and you've like just go. And that, I couldn't ask for more.
I think that for me personally, we're at the 4-week mark and I don't feel prepared, and I don't think I'm ever gonna really be prepared. I think I'm gonna go. I've said this so many times, but I think I'm gonna go. It's gonna feel like a vacation, even though I'm working. And then like 6 months in, I'm gonna be like, oh, like I don't go home because this is now kind of become home in a sense.
Right.
So I think that if you're looking at this video and you're getting ready to go soon, or maybe even you're a couple months away, like I know that fall intake is applying now in February. They start their applications now as we're getting ready to go. So if this is you when you're watching this and you're a few months away or a couple of weeks away or a day away, I think that you're not gonna ever fully feel prepared. Like I think it's just gonna happen. But I also think that to take this time to see the people that you really care about, spend time with people that you really care about, because even if you plan on visiting within like a couple of months back home, or your family plans on visiting, like the reality is that you're going to be leaving for at least a year minimum. It could be longer. A lot of people stay longer, whatever it may be. So take this time to really, I don't know, like connect with everyone that you feel like you need to, and make sure that you're spending time with those that you care about most, because you're leaving.
Quality time, you know, spend the most time that you can. Don't worry about anything else. I think like just like if you were just moving just to the next state, it would be the same kind of feeling, in the sense that, you know, you're gonna be away regardless. So don't think in the higher scale of, oh my God, across the country. Think that you know, you're just moving away for a little bit, start something new, and enjoy each day and every moment, because, you know, this might never come around again. You know, this is a lifetime experience that you'll take forever and share it with your kids, with your grandkids, and it's gonna be an awesome story when you sit down and tell it.
Yeah, for sure. And then my final question is for parents out there that maybe are a bit hesitant, or because there are a lot of families out there, and like a lot of people who I'm going with, like their families were very negative about the experience. Like they like pointing out like all of the bad things that could happen, or they think that it's ridiculous for them to leave for a year when they could get a good job here in the United States, and they're kind of like postponing life. A lot of parents, I feel like, say that to other people who are going. So what is your advice essentially to parents who are kind of along the lines of that?
I think one of the things that people have asked me if I was worried about was actually because you're not from there, will you be treated different? You know, that racist part of things. And a lot of people were questioning, like, aren't you afraid for that? And you know, we live in a world that no matter where you stand, there's racism here and there, whether it's because of your skin color, because of where you come from, because whether you have curly hair or you don't have curly hair, it doesn't matter. I think we face this every day, and like I always think that we live United States is such a multicultural state that no matter what, we face it day by day. It's just a whole new culture that we actually are surrounded by them, wherever we go. And I don't think it's going to be a shock for any of our children. I think us as adults, we probably will feel it more if we went, but I think our children have been exposed so much to different cultures that they are going to be okay. I think that's something that you shouldn't worry about. Anything else, I think that, you want to think that you taught your child well enough and gave them the right tools to go out on their own, because that's what we expect from our children. We expect them to hear, this is what we taught you. We taught you respect, we taught you kindness, we taught you to be good to people, we taught you to do this and that, and go for your goal. So this is the time, this is a goal they set and you want them to go for it. So I think that, think positive, and any negative thought that you have, you want to discuss with your child, and just let them know, this is my concern, and maybe they could help you ease out whatever concerns you have. So I think I'm very comfortable. Like I said, I have, a little,
Insider?
Yeah, for me, it's like a little, I feel comfortable because someone's there that I know that I went to high school with. But at the same time, it also makes me think, this friend of mine lived here for so many years, graduated high school, graduated college from here, and then went and moved out to Korea, and she's been there ever since, and I'm talking about 20 years at least. Yeah. So if she's okay, I know that, my daughter's going to be okay, your child's going to be okay, and there's always a plane ride back home if they're not comfortable and they're not happy. So let them go, let them experience, let them enjoy. Don't let them leave feeling guilty, or don't let them feel leaving that worried about you, because you want to give them that comfort zone that they're going to be okay. And they're already going to be concerned of how things are going to be there. They don't need to be concerned, how we're going to be here at home. So let them, feel that you're good, that you're happy, that this is a positive step for them. And like I said, once again, there's always, a trip back home if they're not happy. So that's, it's not like going to be there and they can't come back home.
Wow, that was so well said. I pretty much agree with everything that my mom said, essentially. Korea, as you may or may not know, is one of the most, if not the most, homogenous countries. Like 99% of the people in South Korea are Korean. So of course we're going to stand out as foreigners if you're not of Asian descent, so even Chinese or anything like that. But even Filipinos will stand out because if they don't look traditionally like East Asian, then they'll stand out. So it's inevitable. We're gonna stand out, especially if you are white or Hispanic or anything like that. You are going to stand out. And it's just about awareness, and that's what your job as a teacher will be, your child's job will be, is to expose them to different cultures. That's why we're there, because they could get anyone. Like, there are programs where teachers are teaching through the computer, and that's their job. But the reason why they want us to physically be there is to expose them to a more global world and to expose them to different people, because it's so homogenous there. So the more diverse of a teacher pool that they have, the more that they learn about all the different cultures, and that's what our job is essentially going to be, is to expose them to that and teach them English. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you so much, Mom, for being on here.
And you actually motivate me and many people to just go for it. Basically, when we analyze things and we think about them, we end up not doing them, It's a big world out there, and there's so much to learn and so much to experience. I've always known my daughter as a writer. That's how I know her. She became a teacher, yes, but her mindset is to write and expose people to what, she experiences. And then, same thing as her channels. It's all about exposing people to an experience that might touch someone. So, let your kids travel. Let them experience what you probably haven't experienced. You know, and I know that you're gonna do great because everywhere you go, you always come back as a shining star. And you know, I've always been that way, and we're gonna miss you. We love you, but we're gonna come visit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's another thing. It's an experience. If you've never been there, you might be able to go ahead and visit your child and you know, experience and know where they're at.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be wonderful. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful. I think my mom said some pretty wise things there. And if you guys have any more questions, definitely leave them down below. If you're not subscribed, press that red subscription button down below. It means I'll just pop into your feed whenever there's a new video out, which there will be plenty of. And oh, hit the like button if you enjoyed. And oh, if you want to be notified for my subscriptions, which you should, press the little bell button that is right next to the subscription button, and it'll just give you an extra little notification when a new video is out. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me, and for watching my mom. Thank you, Mom. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Bye.